Whoever wants to cut, they cut, and Dan Jones with a lovely layout D. And here we are with the final game, Incredibears versus Danger. Unfortunately, nobody's watching the Lemmings final. Everyone wants to watch this one instead. Here we go, starting off with a nice pull. Incredibears on O. Dan's going to field the pull, Hannah's very free. They've gone for a classic ISO once again. It's pretty much what they've been going for all tournament. Into a handler weave. Handler goes down the line. Dan doesn't see an option, goes to Sid. Then finally to Hannah. Dan down the line. He's very free, and he gets a nice disc towards the line. Dan now looking back to Hannah. Sees Sid instead, going backwards. Down line to Hannah. They've got likes, these three. They're doing okay. Big swing to Dan. Comfortably gets it. And now to Sid. They're moving very quickly. Twaddle comes out the end zone, leaving Graham inside, and he gets it back right corner. Getting it, making it 1-0. A very strong start for the Incredibears. We just saw a lovely slick offense point from Incredibears. Let's see what they can do on defense. A big hammer pull back to the right-hand end zone. Bit of movement from Danger. A lovely knife. Classic indoors. To the middle to Kim, probably the only person on Danger that I know their name of. To 21, he scoops it up. Back to Kim. Danger are very good at just kind of working it through their players and waiting for that opportunity. They've been playing with each other for too long, I imagine. But here they are still, they look like they're having fun, so that's all that matters. Got Sid having a bit of a poach there, wide hands, looking for that point block, huge hammer, down in the end zone, ooh! Mr. Hatman comes down with it. Danger pulling, back right corner once again to Hannah. Dan is free in the end zone, but it doesn't come. Looks like there's a bit of a zone defense this time, meaning Will's pretty free, 3/4 off the pitch. They're going to work it in the front third first, though. Big dish to Graham, and it's overshot, unfortunately. A rare mistake from Hannah Yorworth. Grigsby on force. Now Twaddle, big around to the Smog player. Quite a calm offense from Danger. They know they can just wait and put something in like that. A lovely knife over Hannah. That is a shame. That makes it 2-1 and a break for Danger. And we're back with the Danger pull. Hannah struggles to field it. It means she's going to be right in the back corner. How are they going to deal with this pressure? They're still going with the ISO play, giving Sid a lot more space. That is a huge disc. Unfortunately, Sid kind of misreads it, goes a bit early there. That is a shame. It was a difficult shot. Kim on disc, marked by Hannah. Let's see what Incredibears can do for their defense. They need to really kick something out now. Lara on force. Now Sid, who's going down the line. Sid. Ooh! That was nice. Dan reads that a little bit quicker, and I think the guy with the glasses on kind of sees that and doesn't want to fully commit, so he doesn't want to run into Dan. Nice defense from Dan. Here we go. We've got the classic ISO once again. Into the handler weave, moving forwards. Oh, a lovely low flick break from Hannah. A slow continuation there, but it does come off. I think it's still a bit of a zone defense here. They're just doing a 2-1-2 now instead of a 2-2-1. Nice round to Hannah. Middle into Sid. Lovely breaks. Pop pass to Hannah. She scoops it up. Lara's free back left. And then a nice push pass knife over into Graham. Is a classic Hannah Yorworth and a classic indoors move. We're back. Incredibears pulling towards the brick mark. Oh, that is a big deep. That is very free. Grigsby struggling to keep up there. Doesn't go. It's a bit of a calm offense still. Oh, Kim, lovely bounce cut there. On this, not a bit of movement. Grigsby pulls off for a nice poach, sobbing that open under. Down the line is cut off by a nice force. Danger forcing it through there. Oh, that's a huge hammer. And he gets high early. He climbs the ladder and gets it. Makes it look easy. It's a difficult one for Dan to get. No one probably blames him there. And that makes it 3-2 to Danger. Danger for the pull. Going to get fielded by Darren Wilson. Jumps for it to Hannah. Darren Wilson. It's his new name. It's the fourth brother. Unknown Darren Wilson. It was a quick turn. Danger looking for any options. Darren Wilson's currently in the end zone, so it's going to be an interesting one for them to put it in. It's going to have to be a high disc once again, so they're just going to move it around the back. They've got lots of time to work with this disc up. They are 1 point up, and this would be their break point, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, Dan very close there for the D. It's nice to see. Oh, and Hannah on that one as well. Oh, and a big up. He gets up and high, and that is a score. A lovely break, making it 4-2 for Danger. Danger with a big pull. Oh, it is bricked. Did he touch it? No, he didn't. It's fine. It's going to be bricked. We are once again seeing the ISO look. Oh, a lovely inside break. Looks for the around. Doesn't happen. Goes to Sid, a pop pass. Sid looking back to Graham. Goes quite far back to Dan. He's back onto the brick mark. That's okay. Doesn't look too phased by that. Nice swing to Sid. Looking to Graham. He's cutting, but no real free options. A lovely down the line. Dan Wilson doesn't have to put much on that to get there. Lara's going to go down the line. Oh, unfortunately doesn't quite get free enough for Dan to think it's a good option. Grigsby gets the disc. Now Lara's trying that again in that same corner. Now Graham. Oh, and that is a shame. Goes one-handed for that catch. Probably very needed. And just unfortunately doesn't connect. That is an unfortunate turn for the Incredibles. Probably one they can't afford. It is 4-2. Danger on disc. They're going to probably play their classic nice slow offense. It's quite needed. There's a big up play, and that is deep. Oh, just skims through the hands. That is a bit unfortunate. Probably read quite well. Got high enough. Just couldn't bring it down. We got the ISO play. Dan Wilson now in the back of the end zone. Will Grigsby on disc. Let's see how this works out for them. Oh, Sid manages to pinch it through two of their players. Grigsby looking for Graham, and lovely backhand break down the line. These are some tasty throws that are quite fine options, showing how much pressure Danger's putting on, and there it pays off. Danger gets yet another turn this point, and the child is in the way and is getting picked up and moved. That's probably good for everybody involved. Dan on force, big swing straight away. Another under. Knee slide to secure it. A big huge hammer to the end zone, overthrown unfortunately. That's a shame, she was open. We have now got the classic lineup for the ISO. Dan going down the line, doesn't come off. Swing to Sid, swing again to Dan Wilson. Sid goes down the line, Graham comes up. Sid gets it down the line. Lara going, ooh, looking for that bounce. Sid threw it. Probably not far enough. He's probably looking for the back right corner a little bit more than that. Unfortunately, the defender gets in the way. Oh, that's a lovely scuba and an ISO option. Just throws into that space. Sid a little bit off from his guy there, probably poaching to try and get something. Dan very much on his guy, on his defense there. Graham is too. They are very close, but unfortunately, not close. Not close enough, I was going to say. And that option was again on, same as we've seen twice now, that hammer into that corner. That one was a bit better, wasn't overshot. Unfortunately, couldn't be brought down again. Incredibles going into a vert now. Let's see how this works out for them. Graham, a little stutter there for his cut. Gets free, straight on the sideline. Grigsby throws down the line into the end zone. Can Sid... Oh! Unfortunately, Sid can't reel it in. Gets a hand to it, but can't get quite a grip to control it. Danger once again on offense. This point's been going on for a while now. Roughly 4 minutes. Bit longer than most of them. Let's see how this takes a toll onto the players. Graham covering the continuation down the line. A lovely force there. Lara nearly getting a hand to that one. The Danger seem just happy to be swinging it, waiting for an option. Again, they don't really seem to rush. A lovely round flick, quite knifey there. Another dump pass. Take a shot every time they dump pass. Oh, and just a misconnection there. Once again, Incredibears getting a chance to take this point for them. Going for a bit of a side stack now. Lara cutting straight away. She's extremely free. It's a lovely cut. Looks to Graham, doesn't quite come off. Instead of there's a backhand. And then to Sid. Sid's looking to Grigsby. Doesn't quite come off even though he's a little bit free. Dan now knocking at the door. Decides to turn around and go to Lara. Probably the safest option. There's a bit of a flood defense going on with probably 2 out. Danger can probably afford that. They've got enough experience in communication to work out any threats before they emerge. We've got Graham in the end zone, Dan on disc. Sid, ooh! That's a lovely round disc right past the defender into the back right corner. Again, exactly what you're looking for. I don't think Sid was expecting it and doesn't quite get there in time. We've got Danger on offense, doing a 1-4 once again. Oh, Mr. Hatman's taking off his hat. This is, I think, one of the first times I've ever seen him without his hat on. This is marvellous. Oh, a lovely... He gets the disc. Maybe he plays better with it without a hat. The hat comes off and he plays... Oof! Oh, that is a shame. He was on it. He was ready. Unfortunately, that disc wasn't quite far enough back into that corner, and Graham gets the D on the Smog player. I imagine he's still Smog. He's probably good enough. Dan on disc, doing a bit of a side stack once again. This point going on for roughly 6 minutes now. I'm sure the Incredibears that are off pitch really want to get on. Dan breaks it for the swing to Sid, then to Graham. Ooh, Graham, a lovely throw to Dan. Doesn't quite expect has to do a quick turnaround. Sid finally reels it in, back right corner. That option has been on 3 times now. The sideline's pretty happy that that point is over. That is 4-3 now to Danger. Incredibears really needed that point. We are back after a quick timeout called by the Incredibears. Probably need to get a little bit of breath back. We've got Twonnell, Dan Wilson, Dan Jones, Sid and Hannah on pitch now. A couple of fresh legs. Let's see how it works for them. Danger fielding a similar line than before. Unfortunately, Danger don't have as many people, but they have a lot of experience and they know that they've got 1 point up and can take their time with it. So once again, they've got that 1-4 going. A lovely swing from pretty much the either middle of stack or front of stack. Whoever wants to cut, they cut, and Dan Jones with a lovely layout D. He's going to be watching that one back. It's very needed. Crowd loved that one. Dan picking up. Big backswing to Hannah. Now to Sid, who had lots of time on that one. They're sort of getting into an ISO look, but Twonnell's coming forward, so it doesn't quite work. Sid and Dan now moving it quite far back towards the other end zone. A big swing to Hannah. They've got a huge amount of space in the middle, but nobody is in it. Sid finally finds it. Gets a lovely backhand to Sid, to Dan, and a huge push pass. That is very slick, very calm from Dan Wilson to Dan Jones. Dan Jones getting the bookends, making it 4-4. What a point for Dan Jones. What a man. We are back after a break point. Hannah for the pull, getting picked up roughly at the brick mark to Kim. Hannah on Kim, what a lovely matchup that is. Let's see if we can get another layout D. Dan Jones very much hyped up now. Danger seem to be stepping it up a little bit now. They're running through their resets a bit quicker than before. Bit of miscommunication on that, who was actually going. Huge hammer around, and it gets brought down. That was needed by Danger, who seem to be slightly feeling the pressure. That makes it 5-4, 1 point still in it. Oh, wow. And we're back with a interesting pull. Doesn't come in. It is bricked We are going to have a vert stack, it seems. No, it's not. It is a zone defense by Danger. Could have seen a couple of zones now in their time, so they don't seem too phased. It doesn't take them too long to react to it. There's a lot of space in the middle, it seems. Sid and Dan work it through there. Lara's in the end zone, doesn't quite get free enough to become a good option. Ooh, a little lovely pass from Twinnell there. Gets everybody out there on the edge of their seats. Down to Twinnell, back to now to Graham. Sid's looking for a knife. Doesn't happen. Oh, Dan's looking for it as well. He's flapping around in front of their faces. Doesn't happen. Oh, Twinnell looks like he would want to do it. We all know he won't then. We're really knocking on the doors now in Credibears. Oh, that is a shame. It's probably on. Probably if Sid had stepped right. But anyway, let's see if they can get the D. Danger really looking for that break point again to give themselves a comfortable position to work with. Going for that 1-4. Oh, looking for a 2-3. Danger moving so quickly and rotating fast enough. I can't tell what they're doing. It just kind of shows their experience and how much they've been playing with each other. Dan looking for that D. Struggling there to keep up with this guy. Oh, is a nice stops the end zone pass though, which is kind of more needed. Graham's probably going to be a bit of a chase now, as we have got Dan in the end zone on Hatman that was, and is hopefully looking for that ISO shot that nobody really wants to get to see thrown because it won't be fun. Oh God. It's only a matter of time, it feels. No offense to Incredibears, sorry. Although Lara's now covering it. The buzzer hooter has gone. It is 5-4, and I'm pretty sure it might still be per possession, but I'm not too sure. Is not. It's soft cap, it seems. Dan Wilson with the D. He had the side. He looks for a hook to Graham, who goes quite early. Instead, dumps it to Sid, and that is unfortunate drop by Lara. Let's see if she can get it back. Dan once again marking in the end zone. Let's see if he can repeat that lovely D. Danger now roughly a third of the way up the pitch, taking it calmly. So if it is 1st to 6, all that Danger need to do is put this in. Or Dan on the shoulder. He is not letting that guy get the disc, it seems. Probably rightly so. Oh, that's a big round high. And it is brought down. That ends the game at 6-4. Some people are saying game to 7. They are shaking hands, though. And so I feel like that is... So TDs are saying it is game to 7. Hands have already been shaken, so when do we officially end the game? We're going to keep filming. You'll probably be able to see by the timestamp of this video whether there are more points left. Luke, the TDs are coming on. Here we go. We got the officials. The crowd have gone wild. They have gotten their time on the spotlight. I think that is game. He gets a handshake. He's loved that. The crowd is sad and they're not seeing more high quality frisbee. So we will end it there at 6-4 to Danger. Danger again, once again, winning another tournament. Dan Wilson hasn't won a tournament in this indoor season. I have been Henry Poole, getting rained on, your commentator. Behind the camera is Phoebe Asplin. Remember to like and subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and follow us at Barrelty Memes.